Good afternoon to all of you. Students, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So far, only 8 students have joined. We have posted a message to the group. Hopefully, all you will come. Okay, so this is a introductory class, and today I am not going to discuss any particular topic for the entire course. Rather, I will tell you that how the session will be going on, and what are the also what is the overall syllabus and the concerned subject, and what is the and how the subject will be helpful in the near future. Okay, so let the other student come. Only 9. So what is the total strength of your batch?
Sorry, sir.
What is the total
Sir,
strength?
around
How many number of students?
sir around 26 or 27.
Okay, around 26 or 27. Okay, fine. So far 40% are joined actually. Okay, so they will come gradually. So the you all know that the mode of teaching will be in the online. Maybe offline classes will be start after the mid of the semester, but it all upon depends upon the government declaration. So, and I have already been posted the entire course curriculum in yesterday in the late night. So I hope you people just open it, and I am also opening the same thing in my end, and will discuss the total outline of the syllabus first before starting with any concrete topic.
আচ্ছা স্যার,
Hold on.
স্যার এই লিঙ্কটা কি রোজকার জন্য, এটাকে ফিক্সড?
Yes, yes. This thing also I will tell you. The link is for the entire courses. You will just see the routine timing when your computer architecture class will be there. You just follow the link to enter into the classroom, and I will be there on that time. Okay.
ওকে স্যার।
I hope my desktop screen is visible to you.
ইয়েস স্যার।
So this is the document I have posted yesterday. Not yesterday, because I have posted after 12. Now, if you see the syllabus, it first says that basic structure of computers, functional units, software, performance issue software, machine instruction and programs, type of instructions, instruction sets, instruction formats, assembly language, stacks, queue, subroutines. So out of them, you people have some familiar terms like basic structure of computers, like functional units, stack queues you have already gone through in the last year, in the third semester data structure classes. So how these different data structure are being used in the underlying hardware. So computer architecture is a subject where we will deal with actually the hardware part. So how the computer works at the bottom level, not in form of any software level. Now one question, the subject name is actually computer organization and architecture. Computer organization and architecture. So out of this, the subject name, it is hereby given by the university's computer architecture. But you first need to know what is the difference between computer organization and architecture. Two what? One is organization, another one is architecture. Okay, so you people can tell me, as per your knowledge, of what is the difference between organization versus architecture? Not to relate with computers, just to take these two words as two different dictionary words and try to tell me that what you think about these two, organization and architecture.
So architecture means structure, and
Okay.
organization means sir ফুল প্যাকড মানে সে যেখানে স্যার স্ট্রাকচার দিয়ে স্টার্ট করে পুরো জিনিসটা থাকবে সেটা একটা অর্গানাইজেশন বলা যেতে পারে।
ওকে, ঠিক আছে, আমি বলছি জাস্ট আমি।
স্যার এবার
Okay, what you have told, that the difference between organization and architecture, that is completely okay. So the architecture, let's say you are going to build up a house. There is a empty land is present. Okay. Now two types of engineers are required to build up the building. One is the architect who will design the building, and next one is the civil engineer who will actually guide that how the materials will be constructed to uh, to build the building most rigid. So there is a two different person involvement to build up a building or even a bridge. So in case of the computer organization and architecture, the same concept will come to this subject also. The architecture will design that how the instruction will be there. Let's say you are going to purchase a computer. So nowadays computer operating system are 64-bit and 32-bit. Two possible operating system are being present in the market. So now if we consider about a 64-bit and 32-bit, what is the difference between these two? In 64-bit, the instruction length is 64 bits, whereas 32-bit machines have the instruction size of 32-bit. Now, what is advantageous? So 64-bit is more better. Why it is better than the 32? Because it can hold more number of instruction in a instruction set. So this thing will be given by the architecture. And how it is the organization? When the processor, when the chip will be built up in the industry, that will be made by the actual materials will be built up to convert this concept to the reality. So that will be the architecture, sorry, organization. So I hope it is clear to you the difference between the organization and architecture. If you have any question, you can ask me, or I will proceed for the next content. Do you have any question to
স্যার প্লিজ
ask?
ওয়ান টাইম রিপিট।
Sorry?
স্যার
বলো বলো, তোমার কথাটা শুনতে পেলাম না, বলো।
सर 32 बिट और 64 बिट में क्या अंतर है सर, एक बार फिर से बताइए।
32 bit means 32 bit means total 32 number of bits will be present in a single instruction. So let's say you have total a vacant place, total 32 chairs are being present. So you can you can invite different 32% to be seated on those benches. But if you have a setup of 64 chairs, so you can invite more number of people which compared to 32 setup. Understood what I'm saying?
यस सर।
So same concept is also be there. If you have more number of bit, so you can occupy more number of information. So more instruction you can put into that there. So that is the thing. But one interesting thing, not interesting, that is your subject name is computer architecture. But actually the architecture starts at the very end, and all the contents as per the syllabus is given, it is completely similar with the computer organization. So I can see, you can just see it: multiplication, division, ALU design. So you are going to design the ALU, arithmetic and logic unit, that is the core part of a computer. Floating point arithmetic, how computer handles the decimal numbers, because decimal numbers handles to handle the decimal number, it requires a different types of hardware arrangement to handle the floating point numbers. Next is the IEEE 754 floating point formats. So this is one of the standards that our computer follows, that name is IEEE 754. So we will see the in-depth view of this arrangement. Next is the control design, instruction sequencing, interpretation, hardware control, design method, and CPU control. That is the CU design or the control unit design. Next is the microprogrammed control, basic concept, minimizing micro instructions, size, multiplier control unit, program computers, CPU control unit. So this part is nothing but a control unit design. So if you can see any standard book, in this standard book you will get these modules on the chapter name control unit design or CU design. Next, very interesting part and very conceptual, that is the memory organization. So we all know that we have a primary memory and secondary memory. The primary memory, those memory are being attached with the CPU part. So tell me some names of the primary memory.
RAM and ROM.
Yes, RAM and ROM is an example of the primary memory. Another high cost primary memory is registers memory, cache memory. So these are also high cost primary memory. So we will see that memory organization, that how memory will be there to do the work done by the computer. Next is the cache and associative memories. I have already told. Last one is the virtual memory. So virtual memory concept is very good. So virtual means there is no physical existence of that memory, but still we have implemented the virtual memory to overcome some of the problems, or it will give you a better outcomes when we have built up the computer. Next is the IO organization, that is the system organization, input output system, interrupt DMA or direct memory access DMA, standard IO interfaces. Last is the concept of parallel processing, pipelining, forms of parallel processing, interconnect network. So this is the last part, is comes under the syllabus of computer architecture. Actually this is nothing but the introduction of the computer architecture at the end. But what are the major portion is actually there? The major portion is actually there under the name of computer organization. So actually if you see any standard book in the market or internet, you might see that some of the books name as computer architecture, some of the books called as computer organization, but both the books will fulfill what the syllabus is offers. Actually in IITs, if you see any IIT's official website, you can see that subject name is computer organization and architecture. So they will taught this subject in 2 consecutive semesters, but computer organization and architecture 1, computer organization and architecture 2. So in the markout in computer science in 3rd semester, The subject is computer organization. In fourth semester, subject name is computer architecture. So they have broken this subject into two parts, but the book is same. So as in your fifth semester, the subject name is computer architecture, but we will mostly concentrate on the organization part only. Only the last few content like parallel processing, interconnect network, that will the part of the computer architecture. Okay, so I have discussed the entire outline of the syllabus, and probably if the examination happens on the January or maybe on the February, so we will have a more than 3 months of time. So if total 4 classes will be assigned from October, so we can get total is 3339. So more than 45 classes will be there for this particular subject. Okay, so any question regarding the syllabus, regarding the outline, because you need to know the total outline of the course before starting to any module. That what are the things, how we will progress the entire thing. Any question from your end?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No question.
No, sir.
Okay, few things regarding the online classes, because this is not like a offline classes. So I used to do the pen tablets for delivering my lectures. So you can get a seamless experience as you see in the offline classes, because whatever I will write directly it will be visible in the board. So I will also tell you some demonstration on today. From tomorrow onwards, whatever the scheduled times of the classes be there, so we will do continuing with that mode. Next is that the class, you people are all you people are now at home and you are doing in the through some internet connection. We have been connected. Now the question is, internet connection maybe have a problem from my end, also should be in your end, but always try to maintain the time to enter into the classroom. I have seen today also the class timing was in 12:30, from 12:30, and some of you have joined at 12:45. So actually it will actually create your problem, because you people have giving the all the things from your parent sides, and you, if you not taking the facility, so what facility you will take from the colleges? Definitely the labs, good environment, and the lectures from the professors. Now the thing is that at your home you will be not availing the computers of the colleges. Whatever you have, you are availing from your end. So only option you have to take the classes. So if you have missed it, so whatever the investment you have done for your education purposes, that will be completely lost. So for not for my classes, always try to maintain the timing for all classes that are and the in your entire course. So I hope from the next day you people will join on that time. And thing is that how you can get the course material, because this is performing in the online mode. So I will show you some demonstration on my previous classes, then you can get an slightly idea that how the thing will happen. So let's say, can you see the thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so whatever I will write, that will be displayed. So I will start from the blank pages, and whatever the things will be there, I will write, as you can get experience with what you have already faced in case of the offline teaching. And after that I will make the PDF of this document and will post it in the Google Classroom. And also you can see the meeting is being recorded. I will be posted in the YouTube, not in the Google Drive. The actually problem, if I posted the thing in the Google Drive, you cannot seamlessly play the thing. If you can download the entire thing, then you can play in the offline mode. That is okay for the Google. But in case of the online streaming, is not as good if I upload the thing in the Google Drive and post the link in the classroom. So better I will post into the Google YouTube, and YouTube have the option to select the different resolution, and also based on your internet connectivity you can do the online streaming to get the previous lecture. But it is not there that teacher will post the video to the YouTube, so I will not make the classes and I will see or I will hear the videos in some other time. That is not good. That is will not be a right attitude. So in here I always uh, in the offline classes or the online classes, I always give some time to you two people to ask some question to me, because it will not only increase your knowledge, also it will increase the confidence to ask some question whenever you will get job in some of the industries. There also be training will be performed, and in that training not all the faces will be seated that is not familiar to you. In your classes, all the peoples of your classes you have already known to each other, because of you have already in the 2 years back there is a you have been making friendships. But whenever you will be there in the industries, many different colleges students are be a part of the organization, maybe some senior grades also be available for the training. So always try to ask the question. If you have any doubt, don't keep the question only in your mind. Always try to ask. So it will also increase your confidence, as well as the whenever teacher will deliver the lecture the second time, it will be better to understand the entire course also, enter the course also. So the PDF will be like that. Let's say this is the whatever I have written here. So I will make the PDF, and PDF will be posted on the Google Classroom. Another thing is that whatever I will write in the board, that is not the 100%. What is 100%? What I have been saying. So it is your duty to start the class with pen and paper. Whatever I am writing, you are writing also what I am teaching. This part also you should write on the as a notes. So if this thing will happen, I am giving you the 100% assurance that you don't need to open the any book in the entire semester if you take the notes from the class. If it is required, only the 10 to 20% thing will be required to open the book. Otherwise the notes will be there, and whenever you will making the notes in the classroom, 40% of the learning will be there. You don't need to write for learning from the scratch, because you have written in your own hand. So the thing will be more understandable to you, as well as that whenever we will write something, it will be proved that it will be we can recall the thing in the longer period of time. Okay, so that's it. So we have a certain number of time is available. So better I am not doing to start anything today. So let's tell some of your experience in the colleges, because you people do not know me. So so first let me introduce myself. I am Shaitya Mondal, assistant professor in CSE department. Okay, so just tell me some experience that you might face in case of the online classes for the last around 1.5 years. So I might think that I can reduce those problems that you might face earlier. Now tell me.
সো প্রবলেম তো কিছু হয়েছে, কিছু লাভ হয়েছে।
What are the problems?
প্রবলেম
Just tell me.
প্রবলেমটা হয়েছে স্যার, কোনো রকম ল্যাব আমরা করতে পারিনি। তো আমরা আসল যে ইকুইপমেন্ট কিরকম দেখতে না হয়, সেই একটা প্রবলেম বিশাল ফেস
No,
করেছি।
that is a
জানি না।
huge. তো এটা একটা problem as you have belongs to a EC department because your actually lab is mostly in the hardware labs. But do you have do the labs in simulations?
স্যার সিমুলেশন করেছি, বাট সেরকম তো না, ইকুইপমেন্ট ভালো করে চিনলামই না। মেনলি হাতে করে কিরকম দেখতে হয়, কিরকম কি সাইজ, সেটাই জানলাম না।
That is one problem. That is one big problem. I completely agree with you. Now the question is, I am talking about the regular theoretical classes because in computer architecture you don't have the lab probably, right?
আচ্ছা,
Do you have the lab in computer architecture? যা বলছো সেটা হচ্ছে সুজন দাস বলছো, আর বাকিরা around
না স্যার
20
নেই।
students has joined.
আমাদের
Speak up.
আর্কিটেকচারে কোনো ল্যাব নেই,
হ্যাঁ, আর্কিটেকচারে কোনো ল্যাব নেই, বাট দ্য সেম থিং ইউ ক্যান
ল্যাব
ডু
নেই।
উইথ দ্য জাইলিং সফটওয়্যার। দ্য সফটওয়্যার নেম ইজ জাইলিংস. In Xilinx is a simulator where you can make a adder, subtractor circuit, or even the ALU design you can done in the Xilinx. So probably you know the, as a electronics background, probably you know the half adder, full adder. Those part is familiar to you.
भूल गए
Half adder, full adder কি জানো?
यस सर।
ইয়েস স্যার।
বলো, what is half adder? যে কোনো একজন কেউ বলো। And what is the difference between a half adder and full adder? Because we have a slide portion on that. Multiplication, division. Before multiplication you have to know about the adder circuits. বলো, what is the difference between full adder and half adder? যে কোনো একজন কেউ বলো।
নেই স্যার, আবার সে দেখতে হবে আর কি।
Very simple. In half adder we can add two 1-bit number. In half adder we can add two 1-bit number. That means if your input is A and B, so A is 1, B is 0. This is one arrangement. Or A is 0, B is 1. This is another arrangement. Next is that A and B both are 0 and A and B both are 1. So this is the only option in case of the half adder you can do. But in case of full adder, what is the advantage? You can do the same operation, but the participation of three numbers. That means A, B and C. Understood now?
আচ্ছা স্যার, হ্যাঁ স্যার,
এবার
হ্যাঁ
মনে
স্যার।
পড়েছে? একটা কি A আর B শুধু যোগ করা যায়, আর একটা কি করা যায় A, B আর C তিনটে একসাথে করা যায়। তো ডেফিনেটলি ফুল অর্ডার হ্যাভ অ্যান
স্যার
এজ।
তিনটার ক্ষেত্রে ক্যারির একটা ব্যাপার চলে আসে না?
না, ক্যারি তো তোমার দুটোর ক্ষেত্রেও থাকবে, কারণ 1 1 যখন তুমি অ্যাড করছো দেন দ্য সাম উইল বি 0, ক্যারি উইল বি 1। অ্যাডিশন যখন করছো তুমি দুটো নাম্বার দিয়ে, ধরো তুমি ডেসিমেলের কথা ভাবো, ইউ আর অ্যাডিং 7 and 9, তুমি কি লিখবে বলো? 16. So how 16 will come? When you add 9 and 7, the value will be 16, but it crosses 10, so that's why 1 will be added at the left side, so we will get 16. So addition means carry is always be there. আন্ডারস্টুড?
Yes,
নেক্সট
sir.
হচ্ছে তোমরা কম্পিউটার, যেহেতু কম্পিউটার আর আর্কিটেকচার সাবজেক্টটা, কম্পিউটার ইন জেনারেল ভিউতে তোমরা কি বোঝো? কম্পিউটার যে ধরো কাজ করছে, লেটস সে দ্য ভিডিও কমিউনিকেশন ইজ হ্যাপেনিং উইথ আস, সো দ্যাট মিনস in my end I have a mic and a camera. Okay, so through the camera you can capture, the system has captured my faces, and it has been transmitted over the internet, and in your end you can see the videos and hear the audios, and from your end you are not turning in your videos, only the voice is capturing and it is come back to me in the synchronized manner. So what is to do in the synchronized manner? This is currently the time is 1:13 and it is 25 seconds. So whatever I am saying you can hear at the same time, so that is called the synchronization. Now tell me, whatever I have told as case study through the video conferencing, how the things is working and what are the different components are being associated to making this seamless performance in the video conferencing. Do you have any idea? I am not telling that one by one 100% component you have to say, but few components you can try by your end. That what are the different components are actually required. Don't tell me that web camera, geonet, and in your mobile phones. So these are the abstract view. I am telling some internal component from your end. বলো, কে বলবে বলো? বলো, স্পিক আপ, স্পিক আপ। চুপ করে বসে থাকলে হবে না, কথা বলতে হবে। আমার ক্লাসে কিন্তু আমি নাম ধরে ধরে ডাকবো। বলো।
স্যার কোশ্চেন আবার রিপিট করবেন স্যার।
কোয়েশ্চেনটা হচ্ছে, আমরা যে ভিডিও কনফারেন্সিং এ কথা বলছি, কোন কোন ইন্টারনাল কম্পোনেন্টস আর রিকোয়ার্ড ফর মেকিং দিস সার্ভিসেস?
ইনপুট আউটপুট একটা
internet speed and
না না, আমি
ওটা তো বারণ করলো স্যার।
এতটা অ্যাবস্ট্রাক্ট ভিউ বলতে বলিনি যে ওয়েব
ও।
ক্যামেরা আছে, মাইক আছে। আমি বলছি যে কিছু ইন্টারনাল, কিছু টার্মিনোলজি,
Internal.
বিকজ ইউ আর আ বিটেক স্টুডেন্ট, ইউ হ্যাভ টু নো সাম অফ দ্য টার্মিনোলজি। এটা তো যে কেউ বলবে যে একটা ওয়েব ক্যামেরা কানেক্টেড আছে ইন্টারনেটে, সেটার মাধ্যমে হচ্ছে। বলো।
that transmitter,
আচ্ছা, ট্রান্সমিটার,
channel receiver,
কি অ্যানালগ?
চ্যানেল ইস্যু।
ওকে, আর কিছু? দেখি তোমাদের
ইনপুট আর ডিকোডারও
নামগুলো
তো হবে।
দেখি। নামগুলো এ বলো, পার্থ দাস বলছো, রাহুল কুমার। রাহুল, ক্যান ইউ হিয়ার মি?
sir बोले तो sir,
ও, তুমিও বলেছো, আচ্ছা। রণজিৎ মাইতি, রণজিৎ মাইতি, ঋত্বিকা মন্ডল,
sir two-way communication,
টু ওয়ে কমিউনিকেশন। ঋত্বিকা মন্ডল,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me some of the component? Few students have told transmitter, one have told two-way communication. Can you tell me some engineering terminology to how the things is happening? Okay, next is Shayon Maiti, তনুশ্রী মাঝি, অনিরুদ্ধ দে।
yes sir,
Aniruddha, tell me some components, some engineering terminologies for our
sir
communication?
সেন্ডার অ্যান্ড রিসিভার তো আছেই, এর সঙ্গে এনকোডিং, নয়েজ, ডিকোডিং,
Okay.
দিস টাইপ অফ টার্ম।
Okay, right. Some of the points you have correctly mentioned. Now, first of all, whatever I am saying, whatever the signal is generating, what is the type of the signal, whether it is a digital signal or analog signal? Tell me, our voice is digital signal or analog signal? What signal?
ডিজিটাল।
No, it is analog signal. Now, whatever our voice, whatever I am speaking, the signal is analog signal, and whenever it will be captured by the microphone have a integrated circuit through which it will convert this analog signal to digital signal. So what is the basic difference between an analog signal and digital signal? In analog signal, that is a wave. If I can speak loudly, the wave structure will be bigger, and if I speak in low voice, the structure will be different. But the digital, whenever the two different voice will be converted into the digital, if you see the reading, that is nothing but 0 and 1s, because any electronic system only works with zeros and ones. It cannot capture the signals. So we first need to do the analog to digital conversion from the sender end. As I am delivering the lecture, I can treat myself as a sender. When you are asking question, you can treat yourself as a sender. In that time, I am a receiver, because I am only listening without speaking anything. So first is analog to digital conversion. After conversion, what the computer will get? Computer will get a streams of 1 and zeros. Now the 1 and zeros will be packeting. So if you are going to travel in some other area, you need to pack your luggage. So you cannot take only single luggage. You have different pockets in your bag. So you can keep the similar things in a same pockets in the bag. Same thing also computer do. Computer will take the entire bit streams and make some small packets, and these packets has been transmitted over the internet. Here comes the networking. The networking selects some of the paths, because you people, you might be at Baripur, you might be at Boria, you might be in Bakura, but everybody is hearing my voice. So that means the packet is not transmitting in a single route. There will be multiple routes are being present, and the things will be routed to your end. And when the packets get to your end, your hardware will convert the analog signal to digital signal, because your hardware as a receiver end, you will get only the digital thing, that is a 0 1 voice, and your underlying hardware will convert these digital signals to waves, that is the analog signal, and it will be transmitted by the speaker, not the microphone. Microphone is only capturing your voice, and speaker is actually delivering the voice. So whenever the speaker is delivering or amplifying, so you will get a analog signal, and our human ear can intercept these analog signals or the waves, and our brain is converted, and the brain will be understand the words that is coming through the analog signal. So that is the internal architecture of the data communication. So analog to digital and digital to analog conversion is always be there whenever the human is communicating through the computers. But whenever you are sending a mails, in that case, no conversion of analog to digital, because you are typing whatever your A is typing. What is the binary value of A? কে বলবে বলো? What is the binary value of capital A? Capital A এর binary value কি?
আপার কেস
ক্যাপিটাল বলেছি, ক্যাপিটাল মিন্স আপার কেস।
98 না কি ছিল?
65, এগুলো মনে রাখতে হবে। Capital A starts from 65, capital B 66. In this way, capital Z is 90, and small a starts from 97, small b 98. In this way, it will be proceed, and small z ASCII value is 122. So if somebody is asking to you that whenever we are typing A in the keyboard, how computer understand, you need to say that there is a dedicated ASCII tables and the hardware has been implemented on the basis of the ASCII table, and whenever we stroke A on the keyboard or the uppercase A, the ASCII value 65 will be converted into the binaries, and you all know that how to convert the decimal to binary, and that the equivalent binary number will be the equivalent to the character A, as we have placed the key in the keyboard. So as an engineer, you need to know the how the thing is happens with compared to the other students or other persons. In the bank employee, he is also using the computer, or she is also using the computer, you are also using the computer, but the basic understanding should be different. He is a end user, he only taking the advantages of the computer, and as an engineer you are taking the advantage of the computer, as well as you need to know how the things is happening in the computer. As a bank person cannot know that how the things is happening, how the money has been transferred to the different account. He only know the terms NEFT, RTGS, like that. But you need to know that what are the technology behind the transmission. I hope it is clear to you, or any
Yes,
question
sir.
from your end. দাঁড়া আমি এক সেকেন্ড, আমি একজনকে একটু কল করব। মহিতোষ গিরি, মহিতোষ গিরি, প্লিজ আনমিউট ইয়োরসেলফ।
হ্যাঁ বলুন স্যার।
মহিতোষ, তুমি কটার সময় জয়েন করলে ক্লাসে?
আমি 10টা 12টা 44 জয়েন করেছিলাম।
মহিতোষ গিরি,
তারপর
ও তুমি মাঝে বেরিয়ে গিয়ে আবার একটু আগে জয়েন করলে, তাই তো?
নেটওয়ার্কের প্রবলেম ছিল, দেখলে বেরিয়ে গেছি, তারপরে আবার জয়েন।
আচ্ছা, একটু চেষ্টা করবে, বাড়ির যদি নেটে প্রবলেম থাকে ছাদে চলে যাবে, তাতে কি হবে তুমি ক্লাসের মধ্যে গ্যাপটা পাবে না। গ্যাপটা পাওয়া মানে আজকে তো জেনারেল ডিসকাশন হচ্ছে, দ্যাট ইজ ডাজন্ট ম্যাটার, but in the actual content, whenever I will discuss some algorithms, if you miss the first part of the algorithm, you will not understand the remaining part of the algorithm. That is very simple. This is I'm talking to all of the students the same thing. Try to set up your learning area by which you can get the maximum internet connectivity. Okay, এবার কে কি বলছিলে বলো, মিস করে গেলাম
স্যার। স্যার আপনি ডেলি কলেজ আসেন?
না না, ডেলি নয়, আমাদের হচ্ছে বোধহয় 3 দিন আছে, 2 দিন আছে, মানে উইকে।
স্যার তাহলে
বাকি
আমরা
টাইমে
হোস্টেলে থাকি, আমরা এক দুজন হোস্টেলে থাকি, সেই কি স্যার মানে যদি আসেন তাহলে আমি কি সেখানে গিয়ে ক্লাস করতে পারবো?
এবার ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে এখানে গিয়ে ক্লাস করার, আমি ধরো এখানে লিখছি, এবার তুমি পাশে বসে আছো, আর একজন পাশে বসে আছে, আর আমাকে এখানে তাকিয়ে কিছু বলতে হবে, সো এটা হচ্ছে ডিফিকাল্ট হয়ে যাবে। ঠিক আছে, তুমি একটা কাজ করতে পারো, তুমি যেহেতু এখানে আছো, অফ টাইমে তুমি যদি কোনো প্রবলেম থাকে, ইউ ক্যান কাম টু মি এন্ড আই ক্যান ডিসকাস ইট। কি বললাম বুঝেছো?
ওকে স্যার।
ওকে, আচ্ছা একটা কাজ করো, আমার মোবাইল নাম্বারটা, আমি তো যেহেতু হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ গ্রুপে আছো, you have my mobile number, I am also writing into the chat. If you are joining from the mobile phone, just take a screenshot that how many of the students are present today. I have also a mechanism to take the attendance through the online.
বলছিলাম, হ্যালো স্যার।
বলো,
হ্যালো,
শুনছি বলো, go ahead.
বলছি আমাদের এই সাবজেক্টের জন্য কি একটা আলাদা ক্লাসরুম করে যেতে পারে, মানে যে পিডিএফ গুলো দেবেন
already that is made in the single classroom. There is a section computer architecture, you can
ওই
see,
ক্লাস
and I
ওয়ার্কের
have
ভেতরে যে দেখতে পাবেন।
you in the classroom you can see the classwork section, and there will be different folders are being present, and my folder name is computer architecture, or probably by the name of the code, and you can see, and all my future posted will be on that area only. I am not posting in the general area through which you can find with the other people posted. So I am posting only where I have posted the course file as well as the meeting link. You can get different materials in there also. Okay. Okay. Okay, another thing, please take an initiative from your end to take the screenshot and send me, not in the group, send me on the personal WhatsApp. And after end of the class, there is a different mechanism to take the attendance through the online, but sometimes it will not work, so we will take a backup plan for this also. So just anyone just take the screenshot and send me in my personal WhatsApp inbox.
কেউ
Okay,
ফোনে
so
জয়েন করেছিস?
কেউ যদি ফোনে জয়েন করো, otherwise I will take care of this. Okay student, that's okay, ঠিক আছে, আমি দেখে নিচ্ছি। Okay, got it. Okay, thank you. That's all for today. So we will meet on the day of how the routine comes. Probably on the day after tomorrow there is a class. Just let me check. EC architecture in tomorrow from 2:30 we have a same class, so we will discuss the actual content from tomorrow onwards. Okay, thank you. You may leave.
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।